Hello, Bibleland families. Boy, I sure missed you guys last Sunday. Hopefully, you took some time, even in the midst of being really not too bad shape here in San Antonio. But hopefully, you took some time this Sunday to pray, to watch the sermon that Max sent us. If you never got a chance to do that and you don't know where that is, email me and I'll send you a link. But hopefully that was a good morning for you to be with your family and just have a little bit of a change of pace. I know for us it was different. I missed being here. It was weird, but at the same time, I felt it was appropriate given what could have happened to us. So grateful it didn't, but now it allows us to give our attention and our prayers, and maybe more than prayers for some of us to those folks on the coast that just experienced all that violence of the initial hit of the storm, and then the folks in Houston and Beaumont, Port Arthur, all those areas that are still dealing with and will for some time, just those horrible floodwaters and all the just bad things. I know they need your prayers big time, all those things. For some of you who know me, you know that my family, I'm actually from the Kingwood area, which has been in the news a lot lately because at the latter part of some of the storm, that is where a lot of the brunt was hit with the rivers and the lakes releasing water. So gratefully, my family that still lives there actually out of town before the storm even hit. So we're thankful for that, but I do know that there's a lot of devastation. We've been hearing reports about things. So I'm even praying about what do I do in the coming weeks. There might be a chance for me to actually go and help them start digging out and cleaning up a little bit of their home in the Kingwood area. So keep praying for them. Thanks for that. And I know we have other family members. Some of you guys are even from Houston or have parents, grandparents, whatever it is, friends that are from there. And I learn more and more every day from people who are from those areas. So keep it up. They need it. But anyways, we're back this Sunday and we're grateful for that. I know we missed the blessing of the backpacks last week. If there's any kids watching this, which is totally cool, sorry we missed that. But you know what? While we may not do an official blessing of the backpacks this week, if you bring your backpack or we just want to pray, we'll probably still be praying for all your school years if you're there. I know a lot of people will be out of town because it's Labor Day, but if you're here, listen, we hope that you do that. One of the things I would love to tell you families, so mom and dad, this is something that, feel free to share with your kids as they kind of wrap up this first week, or maybe this is their second week of school. Kids, if you're watching, this is something I want you to remember, is that God has called you to be whatever you are right now. So if you just became a kindergartner or a first grader or a fifth grader, or maybe you're a teenager looking over mom's shoulder right now going, what on earth are you watching? And you're now like an eighth grader or something like that. God has called you to be exactly that wherever you are. And in the midst of questions and I don't understand what's going on in this new grade, or this teacher I'm not so sure about, or I got some people in my class that I struggle with, and whatever it is, just remember that God has called you and He's not going to place you there without Him being there with you to be a light, to give you everything you need. God calls us salt and light. And He doesn't say become this. He doesn't say, hey, if you try real hard, that's what you'll be. He says you are that. So guess what? He's already given you everything you need to say, let's grab this thing and let's just be Jesus to these people in our classrooms, in the hallways, help our teachers, all those things. And when things do get weird, I'm gonna just real quick call attention to, this is a scripture verse that, if you know me, you know this is a verse that is probably the closest thing I have to a verse that is my favorite. So from Psalm 63, which basically King David, he's in the desert when he writes this. So he's not writing this from a place where, hey, everything's going great and I'm hanging out in my castle and I'm getting a buffet over here of whatever food I want. And it's not that. It says right here, when he was in the desert of Judah. So he is in a place where when he says stuff like, my soul thirsts for you, guess what? He is physically thirsty as well. So he knows what it means to thirst. And yet he's singing these praises. He's saying how much he's going to remember God no matter what time of day, no matter where he is. And then right here in verse 8, it says this right here. It says, my soul clings to you, your right hand upholds me. So some of you guys have seen me write that if I've ever sent you a note or maybe on an email or who knows what it is. But that's my prayer for you, is that you're going to cling to the Lord and all these things, just like people are clinging. Boy, they're clinging to all kinds of stuff in these storm places. But you know what? He's saying, cling to me. So when things get weird at school, cling to Jesus, cling to the Lord. He's there for you. And mom and dad, you guys walk with them through that. Kids, your mom and dad want to walk with you through that as well. So that's just a little bit of encouragement for you guys there. And finally, last thing, reminder is you are now officially in Bibleland's eyes in whatever grade you're supposed to be in. So it auto-promoted last Monday in our database. If there are any questions about that or if something doesn't look right, please come talk to me. I should be out by the first-time guest check-in area before anything starts, or just come find me if something weird is like, this doesn't make sense. But you guys now should be, if you are truly in second grade, for example, like my daughter is and has been reminding me all summer, hey Dad, I'm a second grader, not a first grader. It'll say that on your sticker. And you're welcome to, of course, be in that new classroom. I know many of y'all are in the same rooms, but still, you are now whatever that is. Remember, God has called you to be that kid. He has called you, mom and dad, He's called you to be your kids' parents. So we love you. We're praying for you to continue to have a great first week or two of school. Love you lots. See you Sunday. Bye-bye.